Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another wonderful episode of Garbage Time. Gentlemen, what is going on? James, you need to unmute yourself before you embarrass us all again. Senpai.
Fucking boys.
Every time goes back to the connection issues, by the way. I don't understand now. At this point, I don't get what the fuck is going on.
I mean, what are you going to do? Unfortunately, you have to manually mute yourself every time you want to put a video up. But whatever. Guys, I have the usual suspects here today with me. Nick, Drew, James. Again, what is happening, boys?
Hello.
It's nice to have everyone back. We also are supposed to have a surprise guest join us at some point tonight, so holding out hope for him.
I feel like you shouldn't have, and we should have just been like, yeah, just moved on. If he comes on, great. Now you just look like an asshole.
Also true.
I mean, I guess. I'm excited to have him on. That's why I announced it. I don't know.
Yeah, but if he doesn't come on, you're going to look like an asshole.
You're going to look like an asshole.
I'm here. Whatever. Whatever, guys. Jeez. It made me feel bad all the time.
We're just telling you.
True.
Somebody's got to do it.
True.
Somebody's got to be honest with you, Zach.
Yeah, it's true.
If it's not Drew and James,
it's not myself either.
It's not going to be Nick. Nick just sat there. Nick let you die.
Nick just
Drew James, this side of the stream, didn't let you die.
All right, well, we got a wonderful show. You can tell everyone's in rare fucking form, and apparently I do not matter. So we will go over all of preseason with you guys, just kind of diving into what we saw as football fans, what we liked, what we didn't like. Now that preseason is officially over, and regular season starts next Thursday. So let's get into preseason. Do we have any headlines from preseason as a whole? What do we got, boys?
Today alone, I just posted this earlier. Jackson Smith and Jigba's already catching passes again.
Yep,
I was just going to say that.
How? We've seen a lot of weird medical bounce back, like Cam Akers making it back from an Achilles, from a preseason Achilles injury to play in the playoffs. But how? You just had surgery on your wrist.
They'll tape the shit out of it, cast it up, and get out there.
I guess, but good for him. I have no disrespect for JSN for this one. It's just absurd. How are you that devoted to the cause? That's what you want. That's what you want in your Tyler Lockett replacement when he eventually fucking dies on the field.
I mean, that's like a soccer player breaking their ankle and then coming back that quickly. That's ridiculous. You know how important your wrists are when you're catching a football?
Confirmed. Football players use their hands.
More specifically, their wrists, James.
Their wrists.
Let's not lose the important
the part of the body that attaches the hands to the arm.
Yeah. Hot take this year: we've had the OBJ fingertip catch. Stay tuned for the one wrist.
I think they'll have to start looking into some substances if that is the case.
Yes, baby.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right. So JSN. Yep, that's good direction to start off. Then Nick, did you have something?
It was going to be the JSN.
All right. Well, James, you beat him.
It's all good.
Okay. Well, headline number 2: the Patriots cut both of their backup quarterbacks and then signed them both to the practice squad for some fucking reason, which makes sense to no one. No one understands why.
Oh yeah, that's just how the Patriots operate. They do things that don't make sense, and then fucking halfway through the year, we're gonna be like, "Oh, of course."
Makes total sense. That's why you cut your undrafted free agent and 5th round pick to sign them back.
So, both of them obviously being practice squad eligible, I think they wanted and needed more offensive line help, and a lot of the players that they were going to bring in are not practice squad eligible. So maybe that's why they did it. I don't know. I'm literally grasping at straws. I don't understand it. They still have both of them. I didn't expect them to cut both of them, but if he's using the roster like that, then I mean, he got them both through waivers, so it doesn't matter. They're still in the organization.
I don't really know how, to be honest. I saw the rumor that Colt McCoy was rumored if they couldn't re-sign Bailey Zappi. I was excited for that.
But like, I figured at least one team would want to take a waiver out on Malik Cunningham, and no one did, which is bizarre.
Or Bailey Zappi. Honestly, either one of them could have been a trial somewhere else. Absolutely.
I mean, it's weird to say this, but like, if you can get them on your practice squad, you know you're starting Mac, and you get him more offensive line help. I mean,
so they're just gonna roll into the season with one quarterback on their active roster.
I was gonna say, if he gets injured, it's not like they can just like.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, oh, by the way, our practice squad guy, he might be chilling at home right now, but we can give him a call.
Belichick's
right. I mean, they can't draft.
He has Jacoby Myers in the wings. He's like, I know he's out there. Get Jacoby, and he's like, Bill, he's in Vegas.
Bill.
I have no
clue.
All right,
Colin Edelman. Bill.
Julian
Troy Brown out there somewhere.
WWE entrance.
Troy Brown on the sideline.
Stadium. Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know. Personal standpoint doesn't make sense, but if he's trying to get more offensive line help to help Mac and Mac can stay healthy, I guess it's not terrible, but it's confusing as fuck. So I really don't.
Risky as hell.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely, it's risky as hell. I mean, it's what he's done for the last 20 years is make really strange moves.
This is a whole different like.
Oh yeah, no, it is for sure.
Strange though.
I mean, yeah, but he's getting up there in age. He's got to do something to make people still interested.
I would pay so much money to watch Bill Belichick play quarterback in the NFL right now.
Watch him just shred it up.
Oh my god,
that
would be even better.
You know, there was that like debate going around for a little bit on like TikTok and whatever. Then it was like, could you like catch? What was it like? Could you run 1 yard against like an NFL line or something like that?
Yeah.
How many passing yards? Just like over under 5 passing yards before Bill Belichick gets split in half.
I'd go over.
How far can Bill Belichick throw a football?
I'd give him 5 yards.
All right. I mean, come on. You have set screens. All the geezer needs to do is line up 5 yards back and shotgun, throw a screen, and running back is 5 yards. It's over.
I feel like that's easier said than done when you're a 70-year-old man.
That's also true. Yes.
Have you ever seen Bill Belichick stand? Because it's not like it's not normal human, right? Like up down. It's
I know exactly. Yeah, that's true.
Welcome to Garbage Time, where we critique head coach postures. Yes.
Fucking hold on. Good point though. Thank you for clicking on that. Pete Carroll. That's the quarterback. That's the old man quarterback.
Pete Carroll's different. Pete Carroll is very, very involved in all of his active football.
Also, Carroll's still living off of the adrenaline and getting away with one at USC.
That's true. Wait, can I suggest something to the group? So we just say fuck it to the show and build a team, build an actual NFL squad with all active head coaches.
Oh, I could do that.
Oh my God. Yeah, run it right now. Fuck it. Pivot the whole show.
All right, fuck it.
Pivot.
Wait, so are we all in agreement that Pete Carroll's our QB, or is
all
right. Oh, I mean, okay, we're not drafting our own teams. Thank God. Okay, Pete Carroll. Cool. Thanks, Zach. Thanks for showing up. Pete Carroll's our quarterback one. I would like to suggest Andy Reid at guard.
Okay,
I like that.
I'd put him at tackle, honestly, left tackle. But
can we get the easy one out of the way? We're putting Mike Vrabel at linebacker.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
Bill Belichick is our coach.
Offense, put him at tight end.
Yeah, that works too. I like that.
Yeah, that's true. That's good.
Ron Rivera.
Do we have like visuals here, or what are we doing?
I don't know.
We're not that good. Come on.
All right, fair enough. Whatever.
What do you think our production budget is?
This. Use your imagination.
Yeah, good point. Good point. Are we?
Name 3 people who are watching. Ron Rivera.
I want Sean McVay in the slot.
Yeah, Sean McVay in the slot. Ron Rivera. Fullback? Why does Ron Rivera feel a fullback to me?
I could
it fits
behind that.
Okay. So we got like one tackle slot locked, right? We got Ron Rivera or Andy Reid.
The
other one Mike McCarthy.
Mike McCarthy. Yep, we can slot him. He feels
those are our 2 tackles.
Mike McCarthy Mike McCarthy's a tackle. All right.
I don't know. Mike
Yeah.
McCarthy feels like a center to me.
All right.
Yeah,
Also,
Dan
are we
probably.
including offensive and defensive coordinator because there's only 32?
Let's
Coaches, or-
calm down. Let's
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
let's
even know
relax.
if
We
we
just
can-
thought of this 3
Oh
minutes
my
ago.
God!
Okay?
Really? So we're gonna draw the line there. Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you want us to draft from a front office too?
I never said front office. I just said offensive defensive coordinator, just in case we know some good names that would fit into positions. Fuck, I'll shut the fuck up.
Shut up.
Let's just pick any head coach that has previously been an offensive or defensive coordinator. Oh, Zach's gone. Zach's done.
Zach, we can't hear you, buddy.
Out. Audio gone. Cooked.
That's the point. I muted myself. That was the entire fucking point.
Anyways,
Well, why'd you do that? That's fucking stupid. We're trying to talk something. It's a show.
who's our running back?
Who is
Oh,
our
wow.
running? Who is our running back? Honestly, I feel like Sean McVay could just like super flex.
Also, just play running back.
Dan
Yeah, like
Campbell.
slot wide receiver running back.
All right, we'll put Matt LaFleur at slot receiver then. McVay.
Okay, then
Dan-
Sean McVay at running back.
Campbell at running back.
Dan Campbell.
Dan
Oh
Campbell's a
my
dog. He was
God.
beast.
He
He was
could eat.
beast.
No, I kind of want Dan Campbell either on the defensive line or playing linebacker. I feel like
Hey,
Dan
yeah,
Campbell
do that,
would
do
hit
Okay,
people.
yeah,
What
I
position
mean,
did he
connect
play?
the dots. Like, yeah.
What position
What?
did he play?
I'm sure he played linebacker.
Was he a linebacker?
I think so.
I thought he was a
Man
tight end.
is like born linebacker.
I'm trying to think of what else. The Harbaughs are always fucking wild. Stefanski,
where-
I don't know. I don't know where I put Stefanski.
Kyle
Mike Tomlin,
Shanahan.
I feel like would also be just like a bruiser, like fullback or like running back.
Right.
Like I want him just going up the gut.
I feel like there aren't many options for like secondary.
Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah,
Secondary.
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah,
be throwing like Kyle
Shanahan.
Shanahan and Brandon Staley.
Dude, give me Mike McDaniel, middle linebacker.
Oh my god! Yes,
Dude, I was gonna say Waterboy.
Mike McDaniel.
No, Mike
Oh,
McDaniel's my
solid,
Z.
dude.
No, dude, he's the peanut. He's the peanut guy.
Yeah, he's on the bench.
Oh, wait,
He's,
keep
he's
it
spraying
soft.
water in people's mouths.
Mike McDaniel. No, he's the kicker. We need a kicker and a punter.
Oh, there you go.
We do need a kicker and a punter.
Oh man, that's great. That dude is a literal
Uh,
walking pig. Oh my god, he would die on the football field.
Cliff Kingsbury.
Cliff King. Fuck.
I mean, QB. He was a QB, not a good.
No, we have a quarterback, and it's Pete Carroll.
If you want an actual,
Goddamn Pete Carroll.
fine. Cliff Kingsbury can be.
Unemployment line.
Yeah.
Placeholder.
He's on
Oh dog, no.
Oh damn!
Oh no.
That's not even close.
Put it up. Put it up. Put it up.
It's literally just the glasses. It is literally just the glasses.
No, no, I kind of see it. I kind of see it. I see it.
Oh.
There's always that one guy. Okay, I get it. I see it.
Fuck you. No, we've got one for all of us. I'm Kirk Cousins. This is all from Joe. I'm Kirk Cousins. Zach is just Zach Galifianakis. He didn't get anybody.
Apparently, I don't know.
Drew is
I've gotten many comparisons.
I can't remember for the life of me.
Yeah.
You know who Drew reminds me of?
Oh boy.
Do you guys watch the Fantasy Footballers?
No.
No? He looks like Mike. He reminds me of Mike on the Fantasy Footballers.
All right, I'm gonna look this up.
Here we go.
Start up. I always thought Nolan Arenado, but
Nolan Arenado.
I can see that. I can honestly see that.
Drew McIntyre.
I'm
Oh.
so not
I don't
Scottish.
see that. I don't see it. I see what
No?
you're going for. I don't see it. This is who we're talking about here.
Oh,
Shout out to
Maybe with
TikTok.
beard.
no, I don't see that.
No, okay. Maybe it's just
No, that's wrong. I love that this show is completely dissolved already.
This is
not a
this
new record.
is just nonsense.
This is the
at
quickest
point.
pivot
I'm
we've
here
ever had
for
to
it.
a show.
Young
Now,
Joe
that
Biden.
being said, hold on, wait. Since we're already talking about it, Nolan Arenado.
All right, yeah, I'll give you that one. That one I will
He looks
definitely.
like Nolan Arenado.
Mm.
Looks like
Okay.
if you ordered Nolan Arenado off Wish. I'm sorry. What? Drew McIntyre, I can see.
Dude, come on. How do you not see that? How did we miss that one? I look just like James.
I'm the asshole.
Yes, always.
So D'Amico Ryans at middle linebacker.
I don't even know
He actually played middle linebacker for the Texans.
All right. I like Robert Saleh at strong safety.
Okay.
I don't hate that
I want
either.
Doug Peterson at nose tackle.
Oh yeah, big boy. Also, just a sidebar, D'Amico Ryans, his rookie season had 126 solo tackles.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah.
126 solo tackles?
That's solo. He had 30 assists and he had 3.5 sacks.
Damn.
Yeah, he
rookie
was
season.
It's pretty freaking good, man. Pretty good.
I think that's really the team. I think we've lost steam on.
Yeah,
we
that's
don't
fair.
know what
Well,
the
guess what, now-
filled anymore.
Now the show goes to final words, guys, and then the show's over. Good show, guys. This is a great show. Yeah, no, I don't know where to go from here. We could talk about.
I do.
Oh, you do?
I got you.
Nick knows.
Ooh, Nick.
I don't know if you guys have heard, but what the Colts asking price was with the Dolphins for Jonathan Taylor.
I
I've got thoughts on this, but
they wanted Jalen Waddle in return. Amongst Waddle. Amongst other probably draft
They
picks.
wanted Jalen Waddle and other assets.
Yes. That's insane.
So I'm gonna preface this with, I know Jim Irsay is like actually on ayahuasca, but like, is he on ayahuasca? Because that's ridiculous.
I do think it's a very interesting the battle between Chris Ballard and Jim Irsay. Like I think Chris Ballard very much like, don't sell off like my best asset, and Jim Irsay is like, I'm on pills. But
so in song form, he's gonna strum the trade details. Like that is Jim Irsay. Dude's crazy.
Yeah, I'm putting on my tinfoil hat for this one. Honest to God, I'm putting on my. I don't think they ever like. I know this is a belief around the league now, but I don't think they ever wanted to trade Jonathan Taylor. I think that's obvious. Like, whatever. So the asking prices were just like, oh, no one's gonna take this. Like, yeah, give me Jalen Waddle for Jonathan Taylor. Like, no one's gonna take that. And they're like, all right, throw in some picks. Give me that too. And like, are you gonna throw in picks? Like, no, I just want Jonathan Taylor.
So
or Jalen Waddle.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, no kidding. Apparently the Packers were also in talks
I did
with
see that.
the
Yeah,
Colts about that.
Yep.
Which is bizarre because you have one of the best running back rooms in the league.
it doesn't make sense. That would
At
have
all.
been such a waste of resources. That is not the direction that you need to be looking to spend your resources right now.
Go
I
ahead,
mean,
get
You
some
still have
fun.
fucking glaring holes, and running back is not one of them.
No.
I mean, to be completely fair, it probably went a little something like this. Hey, this is Jim Irsay. Do you want Jonathan Taylor? No. Okay.
Are you going to give
you
him
imagine
to us for free?
I mean, to be completely honest, I'm sure every team had a soft inquiry on Jonathan Taylor, right?
Yes.
So all these
You gotta
reports
kick
are
the tires.
bullshit or whatever. Yeah, exactly. For some reason, the Packers were named. I don't know why. Not a running back needy team. So
I think I said this last week. I'd like to see him go to the Bears, the Dolphins. I heard the Chiefs were in the mix. I don't know how serious it is. But if Jonathan Taylor were to go to the Chiefs, it'd be a game over at that point.
I guess, but I don't really know how that helps them. Like the Chiefs are already going to be in salary.
They don't have a
cap.
running game at all.
Hey, I like to check
They
out.
necessarily need a running game, though.
I don't think you can attribute the Chiefs' lack of running game to their lack of a star running back.
Yeah.
It's just not how their team is built. Their team is built on the arm of a god. That's
And
just how
Travis
it works.
And
Justin
in the
Ross
hands
is your
of a god.
baby.
In the hands of a genuine, like, Odysseus ass motherfucker, like out there catching those balls.
They're both halves of Atlas because they're just holding up an entire franchise.
That dude. And Andy Reid is the body of Atlas, and Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes are each of his arms. That's just
Hot take. In 10 to 12 years, Mahomes will be known as the GOAT.
All right.
I don't think that's that hot of a take, man.
That's only true if he wins enough Super Bowls, because that's all that conversation revolves around, which is
Yeah, I think he could do it. He's been in the league, what, 5-6 years already? And he's won 2?
And he's one of those guys where it's not going to matter who's around him on offense.
No.
As long as he has a half-decent offensive line and a somewhat capable defense, they are going to be in contention every year.
Oh, yeah.
Them and the Eagles.
The Eagles. Jalen Hurts going to have a big old year this year.
I hope not.
Sorry.
Yeah, for the sake of Joe, I hope not. But in reality, Jalen Hurts is going to be a monster still.
Listen, at least you don't have 3 other teams that are wagons in your own division. So.
You could be Zach.
I got 2.5.
It could literally be me watching the Jets, the Dolphins, and the Bills all absolutely fucking loaded.
The Patriots are going to be last in the division this year.
Yeah, but they're not even going to be that bad.
They're not going to be bad.
They're going to be right around 500 like they did last year. No, they're not. There's no way they make the playoffs.
No way.
You think they make the playoffs?
Make the playoffs?
Everybody but the Patriots are making the
Oh, no. We just didn't hear you because we were talking.
Maybe don't talk over.
James, calm down over there. I see you. I see the table lifting. Put that thing away, man. Come on.
I love Sam Howell.
I know. You have a fixation.
He's got a lot to prove, but I mean, he's got the tools. He's got the tools.
He's
got the supporting cast. Like, fuck.
Right?
I was the lowest on Jahan Dotson, and I'm eating that one now too.
True.
He's gonna pop off.
James, you just the takes that end up biting you in the ass are like really bad ones.
They bite
yeah,
you.
but it wasn't like that wasn't even that egregious considering. Like obviously the Justin Herbert one's the most shining, but that one I was like, I just don't think he was a first round value.
Come on, we always forget.
Okay, but like who expected him to get 300 fucking carries again?
I did. I fucking said it. I said he's gonna beat his record from last year. Like, no, he's not. He's gonna die. He's not gonna do it.
He's that team.
I was almost bang on, by the way. And a year after, he fucking fell apart. And this year,
a year after, when the take was cold.
It's fine. It's fine. I had the right thought process on that one.
Oh my god, yeah, that was in your room at your parents' house. I remember us talking about that.
That's true. That's true. A lot of stuff happens in my room between me and Zach, and most of it's cum.
Yeah, and beer.
And beer. Yeah.
There was some beer making involved.
Oh man, the vodka.
Oh god, dude. Oh, that tore me up.
Gross.
Titty vodka.
Anyways.
You said titty vodka? I thought you were talking about when I made the.
Oh no, that's at Chris's house.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
I'm talking about titty vodka.
Yeah, we're not talking about titty.
That was at an Airbnb.
No, it wasn't.
No. That was at Chris's house.
That was at Chris's apartment in his bathtub.
Oh, was? Oh my god!
For those who don't know the story, I got so drunk I threatened to bite Mac Jones' Achilles out and tried to get an Uber to Foxborough, and then shortly thereafter, drank vodka from Zach's titties.
Yeah,
accurate.
He tried calling my bluff, and I said nope.
Thank you for refreshing my memory.
Well, mid swallow.
Oh god!
What is this conversation?
I know Nick has no fucking.
Yeah, Nick's just.
I'm the fourth wheel here.
You really are. So we, 2 years ago, Mac's rookie year when the Patriots played the Browns and they fucking walloped the Browns. James got hammered. Anyways, he was like, "I'm so pissed. Like I want to go to Foxborough. I'm gonna bite his ankle off or something."
His Achilles. Specifically, I wanted to bite his Achilles
off. So he literally tried getting an Uber to go to Foxborough. We all had to stop him, and then. He was like, "Yeah, I don't care. Like, I'll drink vodka off your titties right now." I was like, "All right, bet." And we literally both fucking like betaed each other into it, and it was
a game of chicken, and nobody.
I was not playing chicken. I was playing Gimme Zach's titty vodka.
No, we all crowded around this poor kid's like 10 by 10 bathroom. I got in the tub, took my shirt off, and someone poured vodka down my chest, and James just drank it off.
Oh my goodness.
I
Yeah.
like how your first instinct was to say Drew drank it.
I didn't say Drew.
You almost did. You caught yourself. I saw it.
I didn't though.
Yeah, you said James. It happened.
Okay. All right. Fine. Whenever you
Go to the footage.
I'll replay it later, and if I catch myself, I'll tell you.
Ugh.
Fucking challenge flag bullshit.
All right.
Anyway, yeah, that's the
Football.
time. That's the time that James caught one of my chest hairs in his mouth.
Nice.
That's why I'll never play another drinking game with you guys again.
It wasn't a game. It was I'll drink vodka off your titties, and I was like, all right.
No, the thing before it was a game. The thing before it was a drinking game we all established, and no one fucking played it except for James. James was the only one who played the game. That's why I was drunk.
All right. To be fair, though,
Time number 2 that's happening.
these drinking games, there is no one polices each other. We have to do that because I forget. I literally watch TV and my brain shuts off. All right, so you want to fucking do this?
So I just have to get plastered every time?
Yes.
If you want other people to get plastered, you have to tell people when shit's happening.
You're right. You're right. Me saying drink every time I drank wasn't enough.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I don't remember most of the night either.
Yeah, but you remember that somehow, you son of a bitch. Jesus Christ. Oh, well, hey, guess what? We're on a football podcast. I forgot about that.
We're talking about titty vodka.
Yeah, we're just talking about some favorite football memories that include tits, my tits, and vodka and chest hair.
Specifically mine.
And James's mouth. Yeah, that was good times. It was good times. Oh man, what else we got?
See, this is what we need.
Yes, it is.
I'm down.
That's what we need.
Okay.
We don't need to drink together. We need to do crack cocaine together.
Cocaine.
Get a glass
Crack cocaine.
of
Are y'all
broken light
down
bulb.
for the crystal meth circle?
No.
The crystal meth bowl? Aw.
That sounds a little
Extreme.
league to me, but sure.
Whoa, I'm so
Literally.
sorry about that. Hold on. Here you go, Drew. I'm gonna
How
talk about
quick
Atlanta.
everyone got on board with the crack circle.
The crack circle. Oh my God.
My
All right, well,
goodness.
we're diving into straight insanity. Thanks
This
to
is
Joe.
football.
Anyway, Zach, what you got for transitions?
Transitions? Oh shit! What do I got? Should I go to these?
Coming to you soon.
It doesn't work. I don't know what to do. I don't get it. I don't get it. Anyways, well,
why do I
let's,
get to keep talking?
well, while we're here, why don't we go ahead? So fantasy time is going to be starting up next Wednesday. It'll be before garbage time, so we'll have back-to-back podcasts for the first time in 2 years.
Fuck, who knows?
We
We did garbage time and the BOTA show in conjunction with each other, but this will be the first time. So
Those were brutal days.
yeah, I mean they were long, but
that face.
yeah, I know the face that James is making. Giga Chad James right now. It's great. Oh man. Anyway, so fantasy time. Currently working on all of the transitions and stuff like that for the show. But why don't we give a little preview, guys? Let's give a little preview. Let me switch on over. Let me switch on over and let's give some locks for this year. Some fantasy locks. Some fantasy locks. Introducing a new segment we will introduce officially next week, Locked and Loaded. What's wrong, James? What, do you have to mute himself again? What did I miss?
I missed it too, apparently.
I missed it.
Drew, could you hear me?
No, but I saw you frantically trying to say something, and it was hilarious. Just your face and the expression, all those mannerisms, that was fucking glorious. In complete mute.
I I saw what he was doing, but I was so confused because it looked like he was like,
He looks so disturbed.
yeah. Well, anyways, so a fun little segment that we're gonna introduce officially next week. But locked and loaded. So we got some fantasy locks. You guys have any bona fide locks for this year? I mean, besides Patrick Mahomes and Justin Jefferson. I mean,
I feel like I'm not allowed to say anything because I wasn't in the picture.
That's true. You kind of fucked up.
I didn't fuck up. You can say literally what you want. I just put that there because that is what I had at first. So if you wanna, so you're not gonna say anything. You're gonna sit in solidarity with.
We're bringing this one back.
I guess I don't know.
I accidentally clicked that. Don't worry about what's going on my end. I think Cooper Kupp has a wide receiver 1 year again. I think he bounces back.
That's fair.
I can't trust him. The injuries are just going to pile up on him.
I never count for him. Perfect.
I mean, obviously, health is the main factor. He's healthy, yes. He's not
healthy. Cooper Kupp, yes.
And healthy Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, I mean, I think.
Yeah, because Stephen Bennett doesn't look like it.
Yeah, no. I mean, he could probably produce with another quarterback. He's going to see the sheer volume that he needs to be a wide receiver 1. But yeah, I don't know. I don't trust him, especially at his ADP. I don't really like it. And the Rams defense is so shitty that they're going to rely way too much on that offense, and he's going to get hurt eventually.
He's going to be on the field way too much.
Come on.
I mean, that defense is a shell of what it was from 2 years ago. Obviously, they traded Jalen Ramsey away, but I mean, it is just deteriorated at an immense pace.
It's Aaron Donald and 10 dudes.
No, actually,
Fuck them picks did not work out.
no. God, no.
No, they sold their future for that Super Bowl. That's a fact.
I mean, they won a Super Bowl.
They did. It was successful. I'm not saying that they didn't succeed.
No. But
they
this
did.
is what happens when you sell your soul for shit.
Right. Now you're going to be bad.
Bad. For a long time.
Yeah. No
Well, I
first
mean,
round
that's the
picks
thing.
until year 3000.
Well, that's the thing about being a premier franchise in the NFL. It's you can win a Super Bowl, cool, but can you do it consistently? Can you win consistently?
Very few franchises can.
Yeah, what? I could probably name 6
Yeah, that's fair.
that meet the threshold.
The Patriots.
I was waiting for it.
Tom Brady.
Um,
Tom Brady. How
about the Packers, Steelers, 49ers, Cowboys, Patriots?
Yeah, but that was like
Chiefs now. You gotta say Chiefs. You have to include them in that conversation now.
Chiefs are there now, yeah, for sure. And they're
Jeez.
Why are you throwing that around, man?
That is a hefty term to be throwing around.
Shit, you know what? I might be a terrorist, but I am not a racist, all right?
goodness.
I don't know.
Hashtag terrorist not racist.
No, hashtag Blaine Gabbert, don't show up. That's more like it, honestly. No, I'm not a terrorist. Yeah, I would put the Patriots, the Packers, the Steelers, the Niners, the Cowboys.
You can't say that Cowboys.
The Chiefs.
Not anymore. The Cowboys haven't been to a conference championship game in 30 years.
All time, guys. They won 3 championships in a matter of 4 years. I mean, seriously.
Yeah, and that was it. It's been 30 years since they've even sniffed the Super Bowl.
Yeah. I will not stand.
Okay, fine. If you guys want to take the Cowboys out of this conversation, we can. But
it's over. They're gone.
They don't consistently win. They don't even have 2 separate eras that they were like.
All right, here. You know what?
Well,
They
yeah.
don't even have a quarterback that they trust.
Guess what?
Now,
because you pissed me off, this is what we're gonna fucking do. Guess what? It's not garbage time anymore. It's the goddamn BOTA show. And guess what?
What?
to masturbation, fucknuts.
More like it. Let's
Yeah.
go.
I can't see myself. Drew, we disappeared. Get us out of here. Welcome to the BOTA show now. We've had 3 shows in 1. This is fantastic. Well, guess what? What is the criteria that we have to name a franchise
Stop it.
as the top contender?
Stop it. Stop muting me.
I'm not muting you. I'm not doing it.
You have to be relevant within the last
So
15 years.
So relevant to now is
Yeah.
what you're saying.
Yeah.
That, and also at other points in the past.
Okay. So by that criteria, the Cowboys are relevant right now because they've made the playoffs almost every
They
season. for the
haven't
last
been
5
to a
years.
conference championship game in 30 years.
The
They are
Giants have
irrelevant.
sucked. Listen to this. The Giants have sucked since 2015. They haven't made the playoffs since 2015, barring last year. And we made it farther than the Cowboys have in the last 15 years.
And you also have 2 Super Bowls this millennium.
Okay, fine, fair enough. No Dallas Cowboys. It's not like I'm rooting for them. I'm just saying
Fuck the Cowboys.
you hold weight when you
Agreed.
win 3 out of 4 Super Bowls. So, all right. So, what franchises are the best of the best then? Because clearly it's not just about the amount of Super Bowls.
No, you have to be consistently in the conversation. Yes, every year they say Dallas is, but do we ever actually trust the Cowboys to win anything? No.
No.
That's fair.
So I would put the Patriots there. You can't deny that they were the most dominant team in the league for
20 years. Yeah.
The Steelers have had multiple eras where they have been good. The 49ers.
The Packers.
I'll say the Packers.
Ravens.
Yeah, we could say the Ravens.
No.
No. The Ravens have 2 Super Bowls, both in the 2000s.
They've only been a team since like 1996.
Right. Yeah,
So-
I don't think you
I
can
don't
say
know.
the Ravens are one of the franchises in the league that consistently is a Super Bowl contender.
Right.
So-
So then basically what we're saying is there's only 4 teams that qualify for
The Chiefs as well.
The Chiefs.
honestly, as of right now, I understand you win 2 out of 3 Super Bowls and you're going to be in the contention. But before Patrick Mahomes, they were irrelevant.
They were bad before Patrick Mahomes, but they also have a Super Bowl early. They have. That's pretty much it, actually, isn't it?
Well, but that's what I'm saying. It's like, yeah, they have Super Bowl, 4, 2? I don't know.
4, 3, 4, 4,
4. And they beat the Vikings.
5.
I forget whatever Super Bowl it is. I remember it was a question on your segment, Drew. But
It sure was.
yeah, I'm sorry, but I don't consider the Chiefs in the upper echelon of champions quite yet.
It's
They
hard
have-
not to now, though, with how consistent they've been since Mahomes and Reed, and since they are who they are now. They've been.
I understand that, but I am not putting them in that category yet. I'm not saying that they're far off, but I don't consider them there yet. I don't. I really don't. They win another championship, I put them there. End of story.
All right. That's fine.
I mean, because you think about it, right? The Patriots have been the Patriots were the most dominant team for the last 20 years, but before that, they were a steaming pile of dog shit for literally like 40 years.
When Alex Smith was on the team, it was a serviceable
They
team.
were okay,
They were
that was-
mediocre.
but even when they had Joe Montana, they weren't that good.
Mhm.
So that's what I'm saying. The franchise itself hasn't seen a ton of success in between Super Bowl 4 and now. That's why I can't just weigh the now. I have to weigh all of the franchise's existence. And obviously, I'm not putting a team that's only 30 years old into the conversation, even if they already have 2 Super Bowls in those 30 years. I'm not.
You can't.
No. Especially when they were the
They
Colts.
had-
That's not happening.
It's 2 different conversations. You can either have all time or you could have relevancy within the last 30 years. 20
Well, you can also talk about you're right. When you're talking about all time, you're talking about consistency, though. You're not talking about total Super Bowl wins. You're talking about winning Super Bowls, ideally one a decade.
Stop it with Ron.
What is Ron?
Dude, no, don't ask him. He will show you. You don't want the text. Stop it. Look at his fucking.
You know, Ron.
Oh, wait, no, I do know Ron.
Yeah, exactly.
I was there for that.
Oh, so fucking. Anyways.
Oh, Jesus.
So if you're talking about relevancy for the last for this millennium, then yes, the Chiefs are in the top tier. They are, I would say, number 3. I gotta put the Steelers ahead of them. I'm sorry. I do.
Yeah, no, I respect it. Mike Tomlin hasn't had a losing season.
The Steelers have been arguably the second most consistent team behind the Patriots in the last 20 years.
Yeah.
They haven't been great as of late, but I mean the worst season they've had since Mike Tomlin's been a coach is what? 9-8?
Yep.
It's still a winning record.
I gotta be honest. I've been having my anti-Zach hat on for most of the show, just because I don't know. Is it a fuck you Zach type of mood? It kind of rotates like every third show. I'm still not wavering away from the Cowboys being in this conversation. I still think the Cowboys deserve to be in this conversation. I don't like it. I don't think they're a great team, but they're still a team that contends in the playoffs each year.
I don't think you can label the Cowboys as consistent winners.
When they've consistently won?
No.
When was their last losing season?
I don't give a fuck about their last losing season. When's the last time they actually made noise and were had any chance at actually winning a Super Bowl? 30 years ago.
No, it was like 2 years ago they made that big push. Didn't they make a jump for the
championship game?
Yeah, because Dak Prescott did a weird ass run with 5 seconds. That's one play. That doesn't define the franchise.
It doesn't matter if Dak Prescott fucked up. It doesn't matter if Jerry Jones fucked up. The Cowboys do not win anything.
The Cowboys had a high percentage point to win that game. That means they were contending to go to the NFC Championship, and then from there, who knows?
Wow,
But they were still in a position to make it to the playoffs. I want to reiterate, it's not that I'm defending the Cowboys as a Cowboys fan. I fucking hate the Cowboys and I hate their franchise. But they deserve to be in the conversation because they make the playoffs. They make it happen.
I'm not talking about teams that make the playoff, though. I'm talking
and
about
they make a push in the playoffs.
The Super Bowl.
Right, and they've done that in the past. It's just not in recent history.
Right.
In the 30-year history.
So if you're going to count the Steelers in that, you're going to count one Super Bowl in the past 20 years?
All right. We're ending this conversation. The Dallas Cowboys have won 5 Super Bowls. Your arguments are invalid. They are in the upper echelon of winning teams. I'm sorry.
If you're talking about like total winning all time, not consistency. They were good in what, the 70s and the 90s? That's it.
Okay. They're not on par with what the 49ers are. The 49ers did in fact make a Super Bowl. But like
2, I think. 2.
I mean more recently. Yeah, they did make 2. They lost both, but they did make 2. So Dallas Cowboys, 49ers. Dallas Cowboys are kind of like the 49ers light right now. But they have 5 Super Bowls out of 8. So you can't discredit that. It doesn't matter. Again, this is recency bias speaking. We just talked about how the opposite end of the spectrum affects how we think, right? The Patriots were great for 20 years. They were a steaming hot pile of dog shit for the years before that. But because they won so goddamn much and were a model of consistency for 20 years, they are in that conversation. They are the top of that conversation, and obviously my opinion, but that's neither here nor there. The Steelers did it throughout pretty much every era, right? You can't argue with that. The 49ers did it because they had, again, one of the best quarterbacks of all time and the best wide receiver of all time, and had those two driving the force of the franchise, and then had Steve Young come in and pretty much be, again, Joe Montana light, but you can't discredit 5 Super Bowl wins as a franchise and say that they're not in the top echelon of winning teams. You can't. I don't like the Cowboys either. None of us do. But the facts are the facts.
Everybody here likes the Cowboys. I'm saying
that's what I'm saying, though. Like, no one does. No one here does.
It depends on how you're talking about those Super Bowls. If you're talking about consistently winning Super Bowls, they haven't won one in 30 years. If you're talking about total number of Super Bowls won, no, of course you can't discredit 5. That's what, second, third all time?
It's third. They have the 4th best winning. Not the 4th best winning percentage. Sorry, but they're tied for second Super Bowls all time. And again, yes, they won 3 in the 90s, but if you have 2 separate decades where they won at least 2 Super Bowls, and you're going to sit here and tell me that they haven't been a model of consistency, the fact that you make it to a Super Bowl speaks volumes. The fact that you win one speaks louder. If you can win 2, fantastic. They won 3 in 4 years. How are you going to tell me that's not a model of consistency over the span of 4 to 5 years? I mean,
over 5 years? Sure. We're talking about the history of the franchise.
You're forgetting the other 2. That's the point. You're putting so much weight into the 3 out of 4 that you're forgetting they had 2 other Super Bowls that they won in the 70s, man. Like, what am I supposed to say?
The Commanders have 5 championships?
Yeah, but that's going back to like the.
No, they don't. They have 3.
Yeah, there's no way they have 5.
They have 3 out of 5. They made it to 5, but they only have 3.
Along with the NFC East division.
So I don't
you're in that division.
I'm excluding my team, obviously.
Oh yeah, my bad.
So okay. So here's another conversation.
Giants belong in that conversation.
Giants, Packers, same boat. They won 4 out of 5 Super Bowls. They've only lost 1 Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
We don't count the 2 pre-Super Bowls. That don't count. That don't count.
Wait, when did the Packers lose in the Super Bowl? Oh, against the Broncos. That's right.
Yeah, the Broncos. Super Bowl. So seriously, we can't, if we're gonna count the 3 before the Super Bowl is a thing, then the Packers are the best franchise of all time.
Yeah.
So if we want to go there, then sure. But we're not.
If we go there, the Packers become the Yankees real quick. Then the Bears enter the conversation.
Right. But that's the point, though, is that the modern NFL from 1967 on, we are talking about that. The Packers have won and have been a consistent force in the NFL since 1967. They won the first Super Bowl. You can't discredit that.
And the second Super Bowl.
And the second Super Bowl, correct. They won back-to-back championships to start the modern NFL era. They also have won one this decade. So you have relevancy. Oh, his tagline is late. Rob.
I know. I've been like sitting here for just long enough to hear about, I don't know, Super Bowls and Packers and models of efficiency and all sorts of fun stuff.
So, Rob, let me fill you in here. So we have been jumping around show to show. So we introduced a new fantasy sports betting show. We did that a little bit. Then I got so mad I jumped back to the BOTA show, and we're on a master debater topic.
Hell yeah, master debating for 20 minutes.
We have been master
I
debating.
knew, had I known that there was going to be a masturbate show between these 4 hung brothers, I would have hopped in sooner.
Stay tuned for our other new show, Hung Brothers.
I would have
made sure that you were here.
Yeah, no, I would have. I would have stopped working and been like, "Let's go."
But listen, Rob, this is the topic, okay? So
Hit me.
we are trying to determine what teams are in the upper echelon of league history, okay?
But no, you can't just say that.
Hold on. Hold on.
Echelon of league history.
Are we talking
how many Super Bowls?
Okay, wait. Are we exclusively talking like football?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, that's football.
And we're talking what teams are in the up. So right off the bat, if I got to talk about, it's going to be, Jesus fuck. The Steelers, the Vikings, the Bears, the Packers, the Patriots. Cowboys.
He's like, nah, I'm done about it.
Well,
And he said
I guess
the
like,
Cowboys.
well, no, because like credit where credit, obviously I can exhaust the Super Bowl topic. I'll more with you guys, but I also think like upper echelon. If you have a defense that is named in history, and I can just say it, and you know what it is, you're in the upper echelon. So like the Vikings, purple people eaters, right? We, whatever they are now, right? They were at one point a model of what a defense should be. Monsters of the Midway or the Steel Curtain. I don't know. Just seems like if you're there, you're probably in the upper echelon.
This is why you can't say the upper echelon of the league, Zach.
But I didn't get it.
Why?
Well, maybe if I got a chance to explain myself before people ripped into me, then we would have this confusion.
Nah, see,
I forgot how hot it was when Zach and Drew fought.
That's what we're here for.
So
obviously
we're trying to find what the criteria is before we just name things, right? Like,
yeah, but that's tough. You're asking us five dudes in the middle of nowhere to do what analysts haven't been able to do in the history of the sport.
You are the only person I don't know where they're located right now. I know where every other single person is.
That's the point, Zach. I'm fucking everywhere. All right? I'm the fucking Lizard King.
Rob, if you get a little spicy with me, I'm gonna bring Paris back into this conversation.
No, dude, I don't have time. All right, I believe in, much like a very confused Trump voter, I believe in my heart of hearts that I won that, and there was no margin for error. All right.
Why do you keep dropping?
See
you later. Get out of here, you. Oh my god. Anyways, I think the criteria that we're looking for is winning. So Super Bowls, correct?
Yep. Super Bowls.
Consistency in at least 2 decades. If you can be consistent in 1 decade, sure. If you can do it in 2, that means that you are in the upper echelon of teams.
Quickly, Zach, let me and I think you're totally right, and this is not me coming at you in any way. This is how my brain is operating on this question.
Mm-hmm.
Because, so I've actually, I've had this like topic talked about a lot amongst my friends, predominantly, and forgive the basketball analogy that it is, but like conversations about like what makes you great, right? So like Jordan's got 6 rings and was the greatest player of all time and did X, Y, and Z. And I always contend, well, Steph Curry changed basketball. You do the 3-point as your primary option because of Steph Curry. So I'm trying to apply that same logic in football, where it's like, okay, when I think of players like,
really doesn't,
like legendary running backs, like, I don't know, Walter, like, would you count Detroit there, even though Detroit's had players and offenses that have like defined a generation, like Walter Payton?
Well, this is where the conversation goes, because what you're basing it off of is a player. So that's fine if you want to say, Barry Sanders was.
I'm not basing it off a player. I guess take that micro concept of a player and then bring it to like a macro scale. And I'm going to say the Vikings again. The Vikings haven't. I don't know how many Super Bowls the Vikings have. I think they have like 2, maybe. Don't quote me.
They have none.
Oh, they don't have any.
They have no.
None. But their '70s defense of the Purple People Eaters was monstrous, and for a while defined what a line should have been. So I count that as great. Right? So, like, it changed something.
That doesn't necessarily mean that they're in the upper echelon of franchises. Are they significant? Yes, that's fine. We can say that.
Yeah. So, ultimately, I think that's what I'm saying. That's where my mind is at. Is I'm trying to separate significant events versus.
I think that
is. Yeah, I mean, are Super Bowls the end all? And this is just a query. Are Super Bowls the end all be all of upper echelon? Qualification, prime example, the 2000 Ravens, where it's like a defense was iconic. You and I could have intercepted that Trent Dilfer if we were on,
Well, right. But my point is it's all a portion of the conversation. Super Bowls is the easy one, right? You can quantify how many Super Bowls a team has, right?
Yeah.
So the winning portion, consistency, meaning how many winning seasons are you having in a certain.
I think it just comes down to Cowboys, Steelers, Packers, Patriots. Chiefs with an asterisk because they're kind of in the beginning of what could be like that era, like.
So you don't put
the
49ers or the Giants in that conversation.
Do I put the Giants in that conversation?
Or the 49ers. Don't forget they have 5 Super Bowls.
Yeah, okay, that's actually true. Yep, the Niners. Yep, 100%. 100%.
And
you got it. Like, I mean, there are certain things like you put the Patriots on there for all the winning seasons, and all the Super Bowls and blah blah blah. You put the Packers on there for the same thing. You put the Steelers on there for a myriad of reasons. All the Super Bowls, a household name defense, monikers of being like a really tough team to play, regardless of where you're at in the season or like how their season's going. Every time they're on the schedule, no one glosses over them like if you were playing like when you ever see like the Raiders or the Browns right now. They're like, oh, well, they're on the schedule. Well, that's just an easy dub. No team looks at that and goes, oh shit. But like the Steelers could be mid all year, and you're still like, well, it's the Steelers.
Oh wait, no, I want James. I want James single view. Hold on. I want to get that face. Come on, James. Where's that face? Let's see it.
No, face is over.
All right, face is over.
Rob took his fucking shot.
So, Rob, to your point, though, I agree with you on like redefining the game. So, when I said 49ers, the first thing I think of is West Coast offense and Bill Walsh. He invented the West Coast offense, right? And it led to all of that winning. No, I'm ugly. Get off of me.
Yeah. So I mean, this is a tough question because
that's why it's mad.
Right, like
baby.
Okay, first of all, the quote unquote upper echelon, you got, I think in my opinion, you got to put a time limit on that because the era is different, right? It's like you start to get in debates of would those teams do well then or would my team do well like now, blah blah blah. It's
not about the team, it's about franchise history. That's the point. It's not about comparing a team from now to a team then, right?
Can we do teams that have like can we do teams that have historically drafted like fucking garbage players and can't get it together and like them showing you what it's like to be a really bad franchise and subsequently make other franchises better because they can't draft well? Is that like a weird reverse echelon?
I mean, if you want to do that, I mean, the Browns are easily the worst franchise of all time, so I mean, we can just do that.
Well, I would put like the Titans up there too for a while.
Yeah, Titans are bad.
Outside of the Steve McNair.
You also have to think, right? Like, it's hard to quantify that too because you also have to take into account some of these franchises are new.
Yeah, yeah. So like, you can't really factor like the Jaguars in it too much because they've only been around for or the Texans.
Yeah, I mean they did. Yeah, well, the Texans were the Oilers before that, so you can kind of glaze that on through.
Yeah, but that's just in name only. It's not like that philosophy or those executives came over. That was just we're gonna rebrand.
Yeah,
that's just me changing my profile picture.
But anyways, so to wrap up our very heated argument where multiple people almost had an aneurysm. Again, top echelon is defined by winning, consistency, and I guess what Rob was saying too is, game defining or like franchise defining moments in time or changing the game or something like that.
If my team takes the field and I go 18-1 and I lose the Super Bowl, Patriots, but years from now, you guys take my offense and use it and some team goes off and does better than me, and then we have this conversation, I would expect my team to be in there too. Because it's like, well, I crawled so you could run.
Right, but again, that's where we're getting off topic, where that's just a team and not the franchise itself, right?
It's like Moneyball, right?
I mean, I guess, but at the same time, it's like if we're looking at right now, we're looking at a quarterback revolution. Patrick Mahomes is at the center of it. I mean, he is doing things no other quarterback has ever done ever. So you could take that. Right now, I can predict that we will put the Chiefs in that top tier of teams.
100%. 100%. That is even up for a master debate.
I don't have them there yet, but again, I'm saying that as they're not there yet. They win another Super Bowl and showing me that consistency over the next 5 years. Great, because we could have put the Seahawks there in 2013 or 2014 after they lost that Super Bowl, and people would have agreed. I still would have said no, and we waited. And what happened?
Yeah, but you can't put the Seahawks. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. You can't.
No, but
you have to look at a bigger sample size.
you do have to look. I mean, yes, you do have to look at a bigger sample size. Can I make the opposite point, which is then isn't it all the more impressive that in a shorter amount of time they've accomplished what some franchises haven't been able to do in decades?
Okay, yes, this is true. That is a good point. But then every team that has
Team that's gone to the Super Bowl 3 times, won 2, and to me that just feels like, yeah, you add that in. I don't know. I guess that's just me.
Again, you add it in, but like I'm saying, they're right on the threshold for me. They're not there, but they are close because they have that other Super Bowl that they won, and they were a very good team in the early AFC during the first Super Bowls, right? So I have.
So how many Super Bowls does it? So if Super Bowls only make up a part of it,
correct.
What are they missing that doesn't put them in that conversation for you?
Consistency. The only.
But in the era of Mahomes, haven't they been consistent?
No, correct, but that is it. They have not been a consistent team any other time. The only other time was a schmeckle of Joe Montana.
First of all,
that's it.
Phenomenal word, schmeckle.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Phenomenal word. Yeah, that's an interesting point. I mean, this is a ludicrously tough conversation to have. I mean, we're combining eras where things are, winning one Super Bowl in the 1970s. That was huge. Versus now where, I don't know, players are just absolute crank masters and can do things in the big stage that you and I were doing in backyard baseball games. So, it's tough to build that list, I think. Because you have to separate between was a team great because a player was great? Was a team great because the organization was great? Was it a combination of the two? What's the fraction? What's the ratio? Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I mean, I think this will always be up for debate. I think that there are teams in there that no one can take out.
Yeah.
What I say, after hearing everybody's point of views and stuff, if you can't separate it into different categories. It's either all or one is what I'm taking from this. You can't just count Super Bowls because then it eliminates so many teams. So if you're looking at Super Bowls, relevancy, stats, defensive accolades, whatever you want to call it.
You have to have them all, though. That's my point.
You have to have them all. So what I'm going to say is I guess for save time, the Cowboys, the Niners, the Patriots, the Steelers, the Giants, did I say Packers?
Mm-hmm. You just did, though. You just did.
Okay, so
the Bears.
There's 8 teams that you put into that category, and then from there you can argue or list, who's better, better from top to bottom.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, my bad for not setting a parameter. Maybe I should have said the best 5 franchises of all time, and that would have been a little bit easier to kick people out or whatever. But
yeah, because I think that would have been easier because you can, if you work hard enough, you can essentially enter any single team into the conversation if we're not clear on what defines greatness, and as you pointed out, Zach, what defines just big moments.
Crazy things happen in the heat of passion, Jimbo. I'm sorry.
Dude.
Okay. Well, that was a rousing debate.
That was a weird note.
It's a beat. I mean, I don't know. I tried. Sorry. Well, this has been a wonderful episode of Garbage Time. We will have a wonderful episode for you guys next week, previewing Week 1 matchups, getting back into our rhythm. Before that, we're going to have all of our fantasy preview on Fantasy Time. As I mentioned, our brand new fantasy sports betting podcast. In the meantime, please enjoy your week. We love you all. You know where to find us. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're on X. Because I guess that's what we're.
If they're already listening, haven't they already found us? And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I'm out.
I'm in between laughing and having a stroke. I don't know what's happening to me.
I don't understand what the fuck I've done wrong that my shows don't get promoted, but yours and fucking Nick's show gets promoted.
What do you mean? Promote it!
I set up 2 streams. I had 2 streams I posted about today.
promote it. I'm the only reason I'm
You
promoting.
didn't let me. You said, here's the thing, dude, did the thing. Goodbye.
I wasn't even done. I didn't even get to
Okay, go
Spotify
ahead.
and all those other
Go ahead.
places.
What do you think? Go ahead.
Okay. We're on Spotify.
Anyway, guys, check me out tomorrow for the live stream. Megan and I will be live streaming the Utah versus football for fucking football. Probably the first half because I'm tired.
The timer till when I die. All right, well, go everybody. Great. Good show for everyone.
Hey guys, check me out on Saturday with Megan too, where we watch UNC versus South Carolina College Game Day. Okay, I'm done. I promoted my stuff.
All right.
It's not about you promoting yourself. You just speak up.
It's for the brand.
No. All right, bye.
Stay greedy, boys. Go Big Blue.
Bye.